Hi, I'm Casper Babypants, and I'm doing this thing for the first time, and I'm kind of an old man when it comes to technology, so I can't believe I actually pulled this off. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I'm Chris Ballew, also known as Casper Babypants, and I am here to do a little question and answer time with you guys, a little hangout, a little chat, and stuff like that, and talk about whatever you guys want to talk about and answer your questions. Okay? Yeah. Okay, here we go. So let's see, there's a request. I'm going to view it. I'm going to say, go. I hope I'm doing this right. I hope I'm not, messing it up. It's a beautiful day here in Seattle. I'm on Vashon Island, and everybody's waving. Hi, waves. And it just rained like a crazy, crazy rain, and now it's all sunny. See, there's so much sun you can't even tell what's going on outside. So, hey, other people are joining. So if you guys have any questions for me that you want me to answer, I'd be happy to answer them. Hi, everybody's just waving and waving. Wow, this is weird. This is crazy. Okay, so I'll just talk a little bit about me. I'm Cass. In case you don't know who I am, which you probably do if you're joining this thing. You're probably not joining my thing because you don't know who I am. But I'm Chris Ballew. I was the lead singer for the presidents of the United States of America for a long, 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 long time, like 23 years, I think. And that was fun, but then I started making music for little kids. Somebody asked here if I have tips on how to write good children's songs. I actually do. Try not to write what you think a kid would want to hear. Try to write something that the little kid inside you would like to hear. Meaning, like, kind of try to see the world as a silly place of infinite possibilities. And then you'll kind of join in with how kids see the world, and then they'll understand what you're talking about. That's kind of how I do it. So I hope that helps. Basically, like, be a kid. Don't think about kids and how they think. Just be one as much as you can, even though you have to pay bills and do stuff like talk on your phone and understand technology. Yeah, okay, that's a good question. Oh, hey. Da 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 da. I'm waving. So yeah, I make music for little kids. I started doing it in 2009, and I just put out my 17th album. It's called Bug Out. It came out 2 days ago, and I'm super into it and happy with it. There's a wave. Hi, wavy. Hi, R floater. R floater. R floater. Um. So. Yeah, 2 days ago, put out my 17th album. 17. Can you guys count to 17? I know some of you are grown-ups, but some of you are little. Do we ship internationally? I believe we do, although right now going to the post office is a little bit of a problem. So there might be quite a kind of a delay in international stuff. I'm not sure. The best way to get the album is to go to Easy Street Records. Easy Street Records online. They're a Seattle company. Record store right in my neighborhood, who I love. And my wife, Kate, is selling them too at kateendle, ENDLE.com. And she's an amazing artist. She has so much amazing stuff. So you guys really need to go check out Kate. She does all my album cover art, so that's her thing. So you already know what that looks like. But she's got great stuff, so go see Katie. I started doing, I'm not doing... here we go. Why do you play on a guitar with just 3 strings? That is a fun question. I don't know exactly why, but I know that it makes me feel really good. I really like it. It's easier to tune. It's easier to change my strings. I'm kind of a minimalist, so it feels good on that level. But also, I can't really explain it, but it just feels like home. It feels like the way I should be playing. And it makes it so that I can play songs that sound like other songs I like, and it doesn't exactly sound like another song I like. It kind of all of a sudden sounds like me. So that's why I do that. Is there a little chance for a Pusa tour? Phenomenal Stefan asks. You know, never say never. I have learned that you should never, ever say never because I didn't think the presidents would get back together after we broke up in 1998, but we did, and we did it again for 13 years. So who knows? Only the nose knows. When did I discover the three-string thing? Back in Boston, I lived with a guy named Mark Sandman, and he played a two-string slide bass. And he did he was experimenting with different strings and stuff, and he had a version in his studio that had two strings that you could finger instead of, the slide, he had the strings way up high. So you could finger this one and play the fretboard, and when I picked it up, it just felt right, and then I kind of decided, well, I need one more string to kind of make more chords and stuff. So I created the three-string. I was actually already playing a four-string guitar, and I was tuning it in a weird way, and it felt good. So I decided just to go down to three, and it just the rest is history. So that's that. Do I like C6 Steve? Yes, I love C6 Steve. Awesome, awesome performer, great person. We hung out a lot. One day when we were on tour in Europe, we were doing festivals, and I think he was playing at the festival we were playing at, and we finally got to hang out together and had a great day, just talking and talked all day. It was amazing. Hi, wave, wave. I'm waving, waving, waving. Yeah, what else do you guys want to know? Let's see. Oh, there was another question here. Will your few sold out vinyls become available again? I'd like to play them with my daughter. The act of listening to vinyl. I don't know if you're talking about Casper or Presidents. The Presidents just released the debut album on vinyl, and the limited edition that's colored vinyl is sold out, but there'll be a plain black vinyl version coming out soon. Casper-wise, I've put out 3 official vinyl albums, Fun Favorites, Happy Hits, and Best Beatles. Fun Favorites and Happy Hits are sold out, but they are out there on the internet. You can find them. Best Beatles is still available, although of the run of 1,000, I only have maybe, I think like 50 or 60 left. And Easy Street Records is the place to get that. Easy Street Online is the place to go. Just search Casper Babypants Easy Street and you'll get that. And you can order it from them. They're my local neighborhood record store, so you'll be helping a local business as well if you order it from them. And when those are gone, they're gone. I'm just doing limited editions, so they're collector's items. So you snooze, you lose. Somebody wants to know, why do all your Casper Babypants albums end in an exclamation mark? I don't know. I just think it's fun to imagine that the title is being shouted. Here I am! More, please! This is fun! Sing along! Yeah, I just like shouting. It looks happy. I think exclamation points look happy to me. Although I used to have the Presidents had a tour manager who liked to write emails in all caps with exclamation points, and it always looked like he was mad. I hope it doesn't look like I'm mad when I'm deciding to put an exclamation point on the album covers, because I'm not. I'm extremely happy. Yeah. Let's see. Which Casper song would be the best for a new guitar player to learn? I think a lot of the songs on the very first record, Here I Am, would be good. The very first song is called Small Black Ant, and that was written as a dedication to my mommy. She used to sing me a song with that same melody when I was very, very little, and it's kind of a classic folk music melody, but she personalized the lyrics to be about my origin story. She said she found me underneath a tree, which is weird, and then she said she had she fed me num num from her knee, which made me think that there was porridge coming out of her knee, which scared me. So I remembered the melody, and I used it for the melody on the very first song on the very first Casper Babypants album. And it's a very simple 3-chord thing, so that might be a good one to start with. You can get all the chords to all the Casper songs with the lyrics and the chords above them for free on my website at babypantsmusic.com. And there, if you do a pull-down menu on the word stuff, It says lyrics with chords, and you can get PDFs of all the songs, so you can play them yourself, and you can choose the ones you want. Any other kids' music you really like? Yes. Big Block Sing Song. They're a Canadian duo, and they make these animated videos. Every single song is 2 minutes long, and the videos all look like they come from the same universe, and they are funny and hilarious and catchy and all kinds of genres, really well produced, very minimal, very simple, very hilarious. So Big Block Sing Song. Definitely check it out. Which band am I listening to right now? I'm actually listening to a band called The Staves. Staves. It's a trio of English sisters, and their harmonies are phenomenal. So I'm listening to them, but I'm also listening to this guy named Antonio Vivaldi. He's a composer from long, long ago, and Mendelssohn. I like classical music, believe it or not. I listen to a lot of classical music. Vivaldi, Haydn, I'm super into. Not Haydn and Seeken, just Haydn, Joseph Haydn. And Joseph Seeken. They're friends. Let's see here. Where do you get your inspiration for your songs? I just, like I said, I kind of see the world as a silly, ridiculous place full of, even trees to me have inner lives and personalities. And I just imagine, like, what would a tree do all night long while the sun is gone and nobody's watching it? Well, it might jump up and run around or something. And then I see that image, and then I write lyrics just basically describing that image. And then you get to experience my little vision on your own. And it can be your own vision. So that's kind of how I do it. What's better, Presidents or Casper? That's like asking who's your favorite child. That's not fair. I love them both. I love them both. But I got to say, Casper is my true voice. I've been on a quest my entire life to make music that really represents who I actually am. And first of all, I had to figure out who I am. And second of all, I made the music to fit that. And I didn't really know exactly who I was when the presidents were exploding. And I've since kind of figured it out. And I am, finally making music that's coming right from me without any filter. And so for that little reason, I like Casper. Yeah. Because it's pretty much, exactly who I am. Whoops, hold on. I almost went away there. I got to be careful not to push too many buttons. Here's a wave. Woo, waving back. What's my favorite Casper song? Ooh. That really is like asking what's your favorite child, except I have like almost 300 children, if you call songs children. I'm going to say off the top of my head, the one song that I always play live and I'm super present for is Butterfly Driving a Truck. I always love playing that song. In the Presidents, it was Lump. Every time we played Lump, I was 100% there like it was the first time we were playing it. And so, yeah, that's how I kind of gauge favorite song, I guess, is which one kind of stays super fresh year after year after year. So I'd have to go with that one. Yeah, Butterfly driving a truck. It's true. Butterfly was driving a truck. It was a very, very delicate little truck. And the butterfly, the truck was made out of like dead leaves and little bits of spider web. And he's hauling dust. He's a dust hauler. If you ever notice like there's dust, like a ball of dust and lint on your floor, that's where the butterfly dumped its cargo and then drove away. So I'm glad to solve that mystery for you. There's a wave. There's a wave. All right, all right, all right, all right. Oh, just bought an LP from Easy Street. Good job. Excellent. Yeah, I really literally have, I think I have 50 of those left, something like that. So those are, yeah, those are all my best covers of my Beatles, or what I think are the best Beatles songs of my two Beatles cover albums, Baby Beatles and Beatles Baby. And I know this thing is associated with Loog, so I want to make sure to give Loog a big thumbs up. I love my Loog. I play my Loog all the time. I dig it. I dig it. I dig it. I've used it on Casper songs. In fact, I believe, yes, I used it on a song for the new record, Bug Out, which just came out on Friday. called Pickle Holiday. It's one of my favorite songs on the new album. It took me forever to write because I was trying to write a song about a pickle my entire life. I walk around the house all day long singing about pickles. And lo and behold, after 17 albums, I had not managed to write a song about a pickle. So I wrote a song about a pickle. And I'm not going to tell you what it's about because you got to buy the album and you got to figure it out for yourself because that's how the album works. You got to get the album and then you got to, listen to the pickle song and then you know what the pickle song is about. Whoa, that was weird. Were you always into the Beatles or more so after you started doing kids music? Oh no, always. I got Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band in 1967 when it came out around Christmas time. It came out in June, and I got it a few months later around Christmas time when I was 2.5 years old. And I just latched onto that record and listened to it over and over and over and over and over. And that record is really where I got the idea that music can be sort of visual and transportative and take you on a journey and show little movies in your head. Because when I listened to it as a kid, I saw everything they were singing about like it was a TV show going off in my brain. So when I grew up and wrote songs, I naturally had that idea like, oh, that's what I want to do. I want to like give people a show in their minds that they can enjoy. So I want the lyrics to be very visual and paint a picture. So, I mean, I think I was most into the Beatles when I was about 2.5 to 5. And then I discovered there are other Beatles albums besides Sgt. Pepper's, and that blew my mind because I just thought, I didn't even know there were other records in the world besides Sgt. Pepper's. I thought it was just the only one. So it was fun to discover their entire catalog and get into them deeply. So yeah, it was a real labor of love making those two cover albums. It was really fun to like dissect those songs and pick them apart and understand the mechanics of how they worked. And it really influenced how I wrote songs, how I made sort of chord choices after that was kind of influenced now that I could see the sort of mechanisms that made those songs work. That was super fun. Jayton Matasubiasi says, hey, greetings from Brazil. Brazil! I love Brazil. All right. Any plans to bring Casper to the UK when we are all allowed to go out again? Well, at this point, I really don't have any plans to tour, but I know I haven't had really the space or energy to think about touring, but I have my 17th record came out on Friday. My 18th and 19th records are already recorded. So I might be looking at some free time, which, after spending time in the house for, who knows, a year, maybe, I might be ready to do that. I do have a booking agent kind of waiting in the wings for when I say, thumbs up, I'm ready to do that kind of thing. So I might be up for that kind of adventure at that point. So you never know. Yeah, let's see. I won't know until I get there. Let's see. Somebody wants to know, what do you write first, melody or lyrics? It's different for every song. Every song pops up in a different way. A lot of times it's, like I said, the visual, so it's the lyrics. But then a lot of times there's a piece of music that just sort of makes the movie go off in my head. There's a song on the new album, Bug Out, called Termite. And that is based on an old recording of me playing a drum called a doumbek. And I just made this little jam on a doumbek, boom, 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 boom. And then, what was it, 30 years later, I was listening to that old recording, and all of a sudden I saw like an army of termites walking across a field toward a house to eat it. And I rushed into the studio and wrote all the lyrics and made the song. So whether the idea or the music gets me to that visual, I got to get to the visual before I go on. There's a song on the new, is it on the new record? Hold on. I can't remember what songs are on the new record and what songs are on different records now, because I have 3. There's a song called Slugs in the Dust. Is that on Bug Out? Yes, it's on Bug Out. And that was an idea, because I did see 3 slugs making their way across a dusty road, and I thought, ooh, that's a tough activity. And it took about 2 years of walking around thinking, I want to write a song about slugs in the dust before the music kind of came out. So different. It's different for every song. Sorry, that was a long answer. I know. Let's see. Where's my Loog? Oh, I left it in Seattle. I'm on Vashon Island, and I just came out. We just decided to come out today, and I didn't really bring anything with me, so it's in my studio in Seattle. Darn it! I should have brought it. Oof, missed an opportunity. Sorry about that. It's yellow, and because yellow, it's got to be yellow. I got my yellow. It's a little cold in here. I would have my yellow T-shirt. I'll here. Show off the yellow T-shirt a little more. There it is. Da, da, da. Yellow T-shirt. Let's see. It's what? It's like a sweet, delicate femi meets tough. I don't know what that means. Is that commenting on something? Oh my God! It's OMG. I love butterfly driving a truck. Yeah. It's like sweet, delicate femi meets tough. Yeah, it is. It's kind of like a. You could imagine like. Oh, who would do it? Maybe I'd love to hear XTC do it. Butterfly driving a truck. Do, 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 do. Real kind of new wave. That would be cool. I love it. Let's see. Somebody says, my child born on November, he or she will listen to your songs for sure. Awesome. Excellent. That's one of the things I love about being Casper Babypants is that every 5 years, there's five, every 5 years, my entire fan base grows out of me and I get a fresh one, which means as I play shows, I can use the same jokes over and over and over. And they're fresh for some and stale for others. But, new jokes are always bubbling up. I do miss that part about playing. I miss the interaction with with all you guys and you kids and you grown-ups. But we'll get back. We'll get back someday. Which other rock act do you think could do great kids music? How about XTC? I'm on an XTC jag lately. That's a good question. Oh, I don't know, man. That's tough. I'd love to see someone like somebody classic like Led Zeppelin do a children's album. Their acoustic stuff is pretty great. And, I could see Tangerine being redone as a kid's song. So yeah, Led Zeppelin. Let's just go with that. That's highly likely that that'll happen, probably. Now that I've suggested it. How did you start playing music as a kid? Oh, how do you see it? How did you start playing music as a kid? That's two halves. Yes, I did. I started when I was. I guess the story is I started banging on a piano in our living room with a hammer when I was about 3. And then at 4, I started taking actual piano lessons and really learning how to read music and play. And that was a pretty intense period where I did that until I was about 14. And somewhere in there, I started writing, improvisational stuff on my own around, I don't know, probably 8 or 9 years old. In fact, I was going through some old journals and books and papers like people do when they're quarantined. And I found a sort of score for a classical piece that I wrote when I was, I think, 9 years old. It was a score it was visual. It was like, the army arrives at the gate, the king denies them entrance, the queen, blah, blah, blah. It was like this medieval play with like acts, and each act was supposed to be something I improvised. So I guess I was kind of thinking visually even way back then. So yeah, I started as a really, really little kid. And then at 14, I picked up an electric guitar and turned it all the way up and made a giant chord and went, oh, I want to do that. I'm tired of playing, classical music and ragtime. I want to rock out. So I did. But now, I still love classical music for that reason. So it's in my blood. My mommy taught me about that stuff. Let's see. Do you record your records at your house? Do you play all the instruments? I haven't checked the liner notes. Well, my liner notes are pretty cryptic because I don't have a lot of room because I just do these paper sleeve CDs. I do record it all at my house in a little shack in the backyard that I built. And I do play all the instruments. With a minor exception, here and there you'll see guest musicians. I've had Chris Novoselic from Nirvana play bass. I've had Stone Gossard from Pearl Jam playing bongos. I've had Steve Turner from Mudhoney playing guitar and co-writing a song. There's this singer named Rachel Flotard. She's in a band called Visqueen. She sings. Jen Wood is a singer I've had. Fisa Thomas. or I guess she's just known as Fisa now, or Fisa Sands. She's been a singer. So I've had, my daughter has lent her voice to the albums, and so yeah, some singing here and there, like especially the female voice I can't really imitate too well, so I need to get an actual human female in there to sing. So, but mostly I play all the instruments, which is fun because it makes it really easy for me later to realize, oh, this song does not need any guitar at all, and I can erase the guitar without hurting the guitar player's feelings, because the guitar player is me. What circumstances have to come together for you yourself to feel safe touring? Wow, that is a good question. I think if I'm being really scientific about it, as far as, and safe, I'd say when there's a vaccine. I think if there's ways we can do it in the meantime that keep people safe, I'm not sure what that is. Maybe a seated theater, and maybe I can't go out to the merch table and sign stuff, interact as much. I don't know. It's really hard. It's really tough. I'm just taking it bit by bit. And I have shows booked in August right now that we're not rescheduling. One of them rescheduled in August. So I'm hoping that the August ones can stay on the books, but it's a wait and see thing. I'm sorry I can't give you a real answer, but a vaccine would be super cool. So let's hope that somebody's getting that going. It's not me. I'm not working on it. I'm working on songs. Let's see. You should get rock acts to record your songs and release a greatest hits. That is a great idea. I actually was approached by a dad who was in a hardcore band, like a hardcore punk band, and they do Stompy the Bear in their band, which I haven't heard, but I love that idea. I don't want to play loud versions, although I do a thing called Casper Adult Pants, where I do Casper Babypants songs with some distortion and loudness and kind of sass for grown-ups only at grown-up venues. So mom and dad can come out and have a couple drinks and listen to me tear into Casper songs. So, but there's no drums. It's just me with guitar, just like a regular Casper show. So no drums or anything. But oh, I would love it. I would love that to happen. Please make that happen, okay? That's your job. How many instruments do you play? Can you name them all? Let's see. Well, 3-string guitar, 2-string bass, ukulele, 3-string, banjo, 3-string, piano, and percussion. I'm not really a drummer, but I can fake it on some bongos. And what else? Oh, clarinet. I took clarinet lessons. I can kind of, fake my way around a clarinet, and by extension, a saxophone. But I don't really make people suffer my saxophone playing very often. I think that's it. Yeah, I get away with a lot. Playing piano. I can then, if I have a sampler or outboard gear that imitates symphonic instruments. I mean, I can play oboe, saxophone, uh, all those violin. Everything you can imagine that you can put in a synthesizer, I can also play because I can play piano. But that doesn't really count. But I fake it. I actually like fake instruments on my recordings better than real ones. I like fake saxophones. They're so solid. Love a fake saxophone. So you're still friends with all the 90s alternative musicians? Yeah, we see each other around. We hang out. Sure, they're all good people. Very good people. I'd like to get Eddie Vedder on ukulele on a song because he's a great ukulele player. I had a song a couple albums ago called "Always Keep a Ukulele in Your Trunk," and I sure wish Eddie could have played on that one, but it didn't come together. He was on tour or something when I was making the record, so I didn't ask. Yeah. Yeah, I guess I still need, who do I still need? I've got Chris and Steve and, I need Dave Grohl. Got to have Dave Grohl. I'd like to get Ringo to play drums on something. So I know you're out there, Ringo, but I know you're not, Ringo's kind of hiding away. He's hiding his love away these days. He's taking a break. Peace out, peace and love. Yeah, I know. But someday. Why are you retiring? Well, I'm not retiring. Not at all. All I'm saying is that I have recorded 19 albums. 17 of them are out. Two of them are coming out in the next year or two, depending on how I do it. And I've just come to a point where I think I've said everything I have to say. There's only so many songs about bugs you can write, and food and animals and nature. And I feel like I've said it. And, after record number 19 comes out, if I get an idea for a song that's good, I'll record it and put it out as a single. I just think the process of making albums, which is very intense and labor intensive, I've got to record 40 songs in order to get the good 20 for the album. I'm very, very, my quality control is very intense. So I'm not going to just release whatever songs I think of. I've got to really make them work. So, to do an album number 20, I'd have to dig in and create 40 more songs. And I just don't really, I've said it. I've done it. I'm proud of it. But again, I have 2 more records coming out. And once everything goes back to normal, I'm back playing shows and business as usual. And who knows what'll happen when I get to the end of that phase. I'm not sure. I know one thing, I'm doing visual art now, and I'm really enjoying that, and I'd like to do that more. And that's feeling super relaxing. If you want to check that out, it's at chrisballew.org. I'll put it in the thing here. This is a first. chrisballew.org. Poste. Look at that, I did it. That's me, Loog Guitars. I'm taking over. You should write a bonsai song with oriental elements. Ooh, I like that. I love bonsais. Love them. My wife and I went to Japan a couple of years ago, and we went to a massive bonsai exhibit. And I love it. It's so great. I love looking at the little tiny roots and the moss around them, and just imagining like little creatures walking around. I kind of project myself into there too. I like to pretend. I've always loved little tiny things. I used to, when I was a little kid, I had a little plastic foot locker. I think it was from a G.I. Joe. It was a little orange plastic foot locker thing. And I would take Scotch tape and cardboard and make walls in it and tape them in there and make a little house. And then I would make a little cutout person who was kind of me to go in the house. I made a bed out of Kleenex. And I would just sit there and stare at this tiny little house. So I like bonsais for the same reason. So who knows? You might have planted a seed there. A very slow growing seed. Yeah, let's see what else we got here. Okay. We appreciate the work you've done with Casper. Intelligent, fun, and inspiring. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's been an amazing experience getting to tap into my true voice and really, just make music that's me. That's 100% me. I love it. I mean, when you find your voice as a musician or an artist, you know it because the volcano just does not stop exploding with ideas. And, well, I guess it does. After 19 records, maybe. After 19 records, the volcano might want to take a break and go back to being a mountain. So, but you never know, it could explode again. Under the island, middle of a mountain, there is a big bad booming system. Low-end speakers, woofers and tweeters, amplifiers, melted wires. The party's exploded, the core is corroded. Underground, the Puget Sound, causing a shift in and a drift in. Big black boom box stuck in the hot rocks. It's in their glow and it's in their growing. Don't believe me that the scenery could be a cold-blooded killer. Is gonna blow, whoa, whoa, whoa. Volcano. That's a fun song to write and sing, obviously. I still remember it. Weird. Those songs are like beep, beep, beep. Lodged. Let's see. Do you ever play Pusa songs at Casper gigs? I tried in the beginning a little bit. I played Kitty with a clean version of Kitty and Dune Buggy, but I found that they created like a false spike in energy in the show. It's like the show and then President song and then the show. So I'd rather not have the spike and just have my own stuff kind of do its thing. Although I did pepper one in at the last Casper Adult Pants show. So yeah, I might. Probably not when the kids are around, but maybe at the Adult Pants shows I might slap a couple on the old turntable. The old human turntable, me. Genius in fact. Oh, okay. I like that. Volcanoes never sleep, just take a rest. True. They're napping. That's all. They're always napping. A mountain is a napping volcano. Well, not all of them. Some of them have been pushed up, like the Himalayas, by other dirt coming in saying, push. So yeah, some mountains are napping volcanoes. That's, if you remember nothing else from this live broadcast, that is what you should remember. All right. Have you ever recorded any Adult Pants songs? Where can we find them? Well, Adult Pants is just Casper Babypants songs played with distortion loud to parents that are drinking. But you know, the closest thing to it is something I'm calling the Casper Babypants Tiny Song Jukebox. And it's on my website and it's on YouTube. And it's a series of about 50 plus videos that I've recorded in my studio at home. Single song live videos that you can use to sort of program a live show of your own choosing in your home. So I'm not doing streaming concerts. I kind of don't like the format. It doesn't really agree with me. So I decided to do this Tiny Song Jukebox. So there are single songs performed live. You can listen to them when you want, for as long as you want. You can listen to Stompy the Bear 5 times if you want. You can find songs you might have not known about there. There's songs from the new album, but they're all live versions. So they're a little different. Some of them change keys. Noodles and Butter was in the wrong key for live when I recorded it. It was in the right key for the recorded version, but live I had to pick a low vocal or a high vocal, and I couldn't do it. So I had to change the key so I could get a middle vocal. So some of the songs sound a little different. Some of them are arranged a little different. And yeah, check that out. It's Babypants. Here, let me do this. I'm typing. Babypantsmusic.com. Blam. And there's a drop-down menu there under Stuff, and it says Tiny Song Jukebox. And you can go to town on that. And that's pretty much, without the distortion, it's an Adult Pants show, basically. What's the favorite instrument or recording equipment that you own? Well, of course, my favorite equipment is a Loog, my Loog guitar. Of course. Come on now. Come on now. I'd have to say my second favorite is Butterscotch, my faithful companion. My 3-string that I've played over 1,200 shows with. It's a 1967 Harmony Hollywood. And that little thing is just going and going and going. And, you know, hopefully, knock on wood, Butterscotch will have another 1,200 shows in her, in him, her. I'm not sure what Butterscotch is, girl or boy. Still figuring that out. I'm gonna say her. Like a ship is a her. Butterscotch is a her. So she's got a lot of shows left in her, and I love her. So I'd say Loog, Butterscotch, and then everything else. I guess my favorite piece of equipment I own right now is this Nord kind of keyboard, and it's got all these old classic sounds in it, like Mellotron, you know, like the beginning of Strawberry Fields. Gong, let me take you down. So it's got all these old like Mellotron sounds and flutes and you know, strings and electric pianos and real pianos, and I love that thing. During these quarantine times when I'm kind of also taking a break from songwriting, I'll just I'll just sit at that keyboard and riff and play songs, not songs, but just, you know, bits and bobs, music. I'll just play music for hours and hours, which is really, really fun. If you guys are songwriters out there, don't forget to just sit down sometimes and not work on anything. Just play. Just, again, be a kid. Play like a kid. Yeah, it's a Nord, yes, it's a Nord Electro 5 something. I can't remember what it is. Anyway, it's the one with all the samples, like sample library in it. I dig it. And I can turn up the reverb and get all this like bigness going on. Sit in the dark and play a spooky pipe organ. and just pretend to be, you know, living in the Middle Ages. That's probably what I would do if I lived in the Middle Ages. I'd play the pipe organ, you know, in the church. How many yellow t-shirts do I own? Well, I think I'm going to say about 50. I order them I order them in bulk from a screen printing shop here in West Seattle called Seattle Logo Pro. Plug, plug, plug. And they're gracious enough to facilitate me getting them in bulk. And so, yeah, I got them. I got 50. I don't think I'll need more for a while. I'm the kind of person, though, that buys 50 of everything. I have this certain kind of Levi's that I wear, 511s, I think they are. So I'll buy 6 or 7 at a time. I wear my Adidas Campus. I buy a dozen pairs at a time. So yeah, I just my closet is like a store. It's like my closet is like the back room at a store where they keep everything locked up. Let's see, you need to get a custom yellow Nord. Ooh, that would be good. Although, you know what's weird? The Nords are red, right? When I was about 17 or so, I had a dream about a keyboard that was magical in that it had no knobs and I could control it with my mind and I could make it do whatever I wanted, and it was this kind of dreamy, floaty string sound that the thing made, like an organ string thing. And it was red in my dreams, red with, you know, white and black keys. And the other, like just a few months ago, I looked down at my Nord and realized, whoa, this is the keyboard from my dreams, and it makes the sound that I dreamed about in that dream. I still remember that dream because it was so vivid. So I think I dreamed about a red Nord. So maybe I'll get a yellow one if I dream about it. I'll try that tonight. We'll see what happens. All right, all right, all right. So let's see here. What else can I tell you? Sun is out. And how long are we doing this thing? I don't even know how long this thing goes on. Is it like 9 hours? 12 hours? 37 hours? 82 hours? I think I need some water. I'm thirsty. Hey, hey, little Katie. My wife Katie is in her art studio and she just chimed in. Little Katie. How do I do loves? I don't know how to do hearts. Where are the hearts? Oh, is this the hearts? What's going on here? Bonk? Ooh, how do I do this? I don't want to mess it up. What did I do? Oh, no, that's not what I meant to do at all. Wait a minute, what does that do? Oh, that's pretty good. That's me looking at Kate. I love you, Kate. All right, all right, all right. Oh, goodness, help. How do I get out of there? What am I doing? Oh, phew. Man, this is crazy. Yeah, there you go. I have never done anything like this before, and it's really exciting. It's cool to see people chiming in. What's the funniest thing a kid said to you about your songs? Uh, wow, I can't think of anything about the songs in particular, but kids have said very funny things to me. Sometimes they want to stop the show. They'll stand in front of me and say, "Excuse me, excuse 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 me." And I finally have to stop and say yes. And they say such things as, "I'm thirsty," or "My jacket is red," which it was, or "Play the one about the little green man in my radio," which is not a song I do, which in that case, I just wrote a song about a little green man in a radio. So yeah, they say some hilarious things. I love it. Hello from India. Hi, India. Woohoo! That's exciting. That's far, 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 far away. Wait, did I see an answer? Let's see, what are we doing? Half an hour, haha. Okay, so I think we've been going for almost an hour now, so I think I'm going to go get a drink of water and go play some piano and run around outside. So don't forget, you guys, the new album is called Bug Out, and it just came out on Friday. You can get it. It's out in digital form. It's not out on CD yet. That'll be the 8th. My distributor needed a little extra time to get it set up because I just woke up 6 weeks ago and realized, hey, why don't I put out a record? I'm ready. instead of waiting until August. So my distributor needed a minute to get ready for the CD thing. So, but digitally, Bug Out is out. So stream it, download it, do whatever you got to do. Babypantsmusic.com is where you go. Casper Babypants Tiny Song Jukebox is where you see me live, quote unquote. Go to kateendle.com. That's KATEENDLE.com for art, prints. She does needle punch. She does incredible stuff. Original art, great stuff. So what else? What else? What else? Oh, and Loog. Buy yourself a Loog. If you don't know what to do, kids, come on, kids. You're sitting around, you don't know what to do? Get a guitar. Learn. Expand. Jam. Write songs. Be funky. Be creative. All right, I think I'm going to sign off, you guys. Kate wonders if she can come back to the house. She has to go to the bathroom. Yes, yes, you can. All right, so I'm just going to say bye-bye. Funky Wilderness, thank you. That song's been hovering around unfinished for years and years and years and years, and it's so great to see it finished. So I appreciate you liking that. Oh yeah, t-shirts and coloring books on kateendle.com. Get your t-shirts, limited edition, or you know, fresh run. I don't know if they're limited, actually. Not limited. They're unlimited. And Kate made Casper Babypants coloring books. And I think there's 3 volumes, 3 10-sheet volumes you can get. So go there and get those, and get a Loog, get some coloring books, and get some music, and this whole quarantine thing will go by like a breeze. All right, people. I think that's it. I'm going to sign off. I'm going to hit the button. Oh, no. Help! Okay, wait. I'm going to do one more of these silly things. What am I doing? Wait a minute. What's this one? Oh, goodness. There's 2 of me. What the heck? Okay, bye. See ya. Boop.